Another day of deliberations for the jury going over evidence in Bart Reagor's bank fraud trial. Good evening, I'm Lauren Motter.
I'm Brian Mudd. That jury told the judge they were deadlocked this evening. As KAMC Laura Laughead reports, the judge has told them now to get back to work tomorrow and try and agree on a verdict.
Yeah, Brian and Lauren, after 8 hours of deliberation, the jury told the judge they just couldn't reach a unanimous decision. So they're going to meet again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to continue even more deliberations. This morning started with both sides going head-to-head for closing arguments. The prosecution said Reagor falsely represented to IBC Bank that the funds from the $10 million working capital loan the bank gave to Reagor Dykes were strictly going into the business. They said Reagor purposely left out he intended to use some of the funds for personal gain. During testimony, IBC Bank officials were clear that if they had known Reagor was going to put the money in his personal accounts, they would have never given the loan to him. The prosecution also brought up that email we've been talking to you about all week that Reagor sent to Jess Shane Smith and Rick Dykes back in May 2017. The email was sent before the closing of the loan and talked about Reagor's plan to divert loan money into his and Rick Dykes' accounts and to keep it a secret. The prosecution called this email evidence of Reagor's scheme to deceive the bank. Next, the defense presented a very emphatic argument to the jury that voting not guilty doesn't mean you like Bart Reagor. They accused the prosecution of relying on emotion rather than facts, and as for that email, they said Reagor wanted to keep his plans for the loan private for business reasons. They also questioned the credibility of the prosecution's witness, Shane Smith. They said Smith is wholeheartedly the one to blame for the implosion of Reagor Dykes and not Bart Reagor. However, the defense said the most critical evidence proving Reagor is not guilty is from their own witness testimony yesterday from the A&M law professor and the banker with 30 years experience. Both of these experts said under the terms of the loan agreement, Reagor was allowed to divert money from the loan into his personal accounts as a reimbursement. Cogdell also said there was no evidence of anyone ever telling Reagor he couldn't repay himself, so Reagor believed he could.